So I've been playing this Rise of the Tomb Raider with HGIG and that HLG HDR setting, and this is looking like, look at the luminance level here. This is dark, you can see everything. It is dark, you can see everything. I was out on the snow and the luminance level was low, but then the highlights 600 700 nits. For example, you enter here this room and there is this projector with an image that I can clearly see everything that's on that projector image, and I was measuring that 720 nits. And again, my measurements are not accurate because I'm just using a cell phone app, but that's bright, man. That's my point. That's bright as this TV can do, basically. And not only that, it's not bright, and it's blowing out. You cannot distinguish the image. No, that I can see perfectly fine what that image, everything that image has. Let me see on the video. Let me take a look. On the video, you cannot see anything. On the video, it's blowing out. Let me get closer and see if you can see it on the video. Okay, now you can see it on the video. But I step back. So when I step back on the video, you don't see anything, but I see everything crystal clear. Like, it's perfectly visible. And it gives you such a huge pop because this room is dim. The entire room is dim. And if I go, let me go up here to where I was before. This is like a jail. So look at this luminance here. It's low luminance, and look at that room with that light. So for example, on the video, it's blowing out. You cannot see anything on the bright areas. So for example, here I can see clearly, like, how do you call that? What you put on the floor that is popping out. I can see a branch of a tree here. I can see the texture of the floor clearly. I can see this rat. Everything is perfectly visible, but it's very, very high luminance. So you have that, and you have the low luminance here, which looks perfectly fine. It looks great. So this is with HGIG and no black frame insertion. So this game is another of those, I would rather, I'm getting 120 frames, 4K with DLSS, max out, and if I move the camera, I would rather have black frame insertion, but this game is like watching a movie. It doesn't matter a lot. I would of course prefer to have perfect motion clarity, but if I am getting this HDR pop, I would rather play like this because it just looks incredible. Like, it just looks incredible. So much depth. So much depth. Let's keep playing and see if we see something else that's interesting. This was really impressive. I wanted to show you that because this was really, really impressive. Let's take a look at what's next here. It seems like I have to open and get this to progress. Yeah. Okay, let's keep going. It was really impressive. And this is an SDR game. There's no HDR settings. For Shadow of the Tomb Raider, you do have HDR, and the HDR on Shadow of the Tomb Raider is amazing. That's perfect. I don't have any complaint with that HDR. So I highly doubt this is gonna be better than the HDR implementation from the developer, because that's a very good HDR implementation. Right here, super bright. If I come here, I can still see the character. Okay, let's keep going. See what we can. It's perfect. It's dark. It feels right. It feels that it's night. See, nothing is blowing out.
I'll take care of this.
It's looking like a movie on HDR. Look at that.
Hold on. Let's go. That's it.
Let's have a fight here.
Good to go. Okay, let's move this thing out.
You see that fire is giving me some pop. It's beautiful, man. Like, it's perfect. It's perfect, man. It's crazy how good this setting is. Okay, so let's have a fight here and see how it looks on the fight. Those lights on the building are looking fantastic. But again, it's the highlights. Everything else is as dark as it should be. So we have here. Reloading. Okay, so let's take a look at this. Look at this part. This truck is illuminating this section, and it's bright, but it's not like, you can see the character perfectly fine. It feels right, man. Everything feels right. Like, I'm just amazed. So let me show the settings. I'm gonna show the settings on every video because somebody might be watching this for the first time. You go here, you step on that, select mode, you press on the control on the remote. 111 3 111. You get to this secret menu, and this is the magic here. EOTF. You change that from auto to HLG. And that's going to basically convert SDR to HDR. And then if you are not gonna use black frame insertion, you come here and you use HDR, HGIG. If you want to use black frame insertion, then you just turn this on and that's it. If you go to the brightness slider of any game, you will see those images that they have as an example. They are going to match perfectly. On this game, they don't have like a sample image. But you see, for example, on this light source, there's no posterization, there's no like, exaggeration, nothing, and it is popping. Like, this fire is popping. The image just have so much more depth. These lights here, they are just amazing. Like, it's popping, but everything else is dark. It's amazing, man. Absolutely incredible. So that's gonna be an interesting comparison. Shadow of the Tomb Raider, HDR from the developer, and that's a very, very good implementation. So I would be surprised if that's better than, if this is better than that. I don't think so. I don't think so. It cannot be. But I would try it. I would try it and see. So what we have to do here, just press the button so we can progress.
I found a way to open the inner gate.
See, for example, this interior here.
Already inside.
Yeah, so the recording is going to stop because the cell phone is too hot. Because I'm charging the cell phone at the same time, so I have to stop the video. But you got the point. Look at that helicopter. Just fantastic. I'm just gonna keep playing until the recording stops. It's gonna stop in a moment. I beat this game already like 2 times, but I've never seen it looking like this. So I'm gonna play it again. And I never beat the game at 4K or anything, so I was playing with a 1050 Ti. Actually, I used a 1050 Ti for like 4 years. And you know, I was not on the US, I was in Cuba. So I come from Cuba. So now that I am here in the US, I was able to get a high-end gaming PC and this amazing TV. So now I can see the games looking more beautiful.
Then I have good news. Reconnaissance from the scouts.
Look at that, it's like a movie.
The natives have a settlement on the other side of the mountain.
Soon, you will have your day.
We both will. Just as long as you don't lose focus again.
What do you mean?
You were sentimental about her. Crawford, I can tell because she's still alive.
Also with that color gamut on native and saturation on 50,
You know what I've given
I
to
like
Trinity,
the skin
what I've
tones.
sacrificed, what I faced.
The skin tones are better. And my perception, I like them more.
Life has never been kind to either of us. But I swore I'd always protect you.
Now who's being sentimental?
I promise you. All of this will be worth it in the end. With the divine source, you will live. But more importantly, you will live in a world cleansed of sin.
Send your men to this settlement. Find out what they know. It's too dangerous.
Love this. You see on this scene, oh, it passed too fast. I was gonna show the the highlight on the metal shiny reflection.
None of this will
Their
matter.
faces,
The day our work is
look at that face is reflecting the light.
You're needed in the holding cell.
The hair is reflecting the light.
Together, sister. Remember.
The skin tone looks right to me. It looks good. I like it. They are blonde, so they don't have a skin tone that's dark. You see the darker skin tone from these two characters? This is just a hot lady with a great hair. Look at that hair. It's like a
Mankind shall
shampoo
be judged.
commercial.
The non-believers turned to ash and swept away, and the pure of faith will be raised up and given life eternal.
Look at that. It looks like the proper luminance.
Get out! I'll find you!
So what's coming? Okay, well this is a very good example. We are here
Got to find a way out.
below the ground, it's dark, and then you see the light popping. Very good example. See, this low luminance is perfect, man. That setting is doing a fantastic job with the gamma curve.
The train yard is on the north end of the gulag. I'll wait for you there.
On my way.
Yeah, I'm gonna start the video here. See, everything looked good. Like it a lot, man. There's no way I'm using SDR again, ever. I'm not using SDR ever again on any other game with this TV. There's no reason. Why would I do that? To appreciate the creator's intent? Who cares? This is a video game. I'm sure they would rather have an HDR presentation. I don't know why they didn't. Maybe this game is not new enough.